Hey Aquariuses, it's Toy, and I have your reading today. Okay, so this is a general reading, of course, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the sign of Aquarius. This is going to not be necessarily for January, but this reading is going to talk about what energies we can harness in 2020 in order to make us most beneficial for us, right? So we're going to have 3 different lines, 15 card spread. We're going to have 3 lines. We're going to have this first line up here is going to be the energy that you were harnessing in 2019. So if I pull those 5 cards and it resonates for you, and then this reading will most likely be beneficial to you. The third line of cards at the bottom will be the energy that Spirit advises that you harness in order to further you on your path and, like, you know, whatever is best for you. And then the middle line will be the chakras that we can use to get us from point A to point B. Okay, so we're getting it. So a little disclaimer too, guys, going forward on this page, I'm sure that there will be times that I do like relationship readings and just like little cute fuzzy unicorn shit. But for the most part, like I said, YouTube is new to me, and I usually do private readings. And in my private sessions, we focus on the shadow side. We focus on whatever's blocking us from getting what it is that we want and learning how to get past that. And so when I came on YouTube, I really tried to like cater to YouTube, and it doesn't feel good to me. So what I'm gonna do is just stay true to what my calling is. So going forward, if you're not the type of person that likes to hear about your shadow side, hear things about yourself that you may need to improve in order to get where it is that you want to be, then you can go ahead and unsubscribe, because this channel is not going to be for you. As much as I hate to see you go, we all gotta go where we belong, you know? So let's go ahead and pray in. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Maureen. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Ancestors, both known and unknown. Thank you, Ascended Masters. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Way Showers. Thank you, Seers. Thank you, all infinites working for the collective race and the vibration. I ask that you bring forward the spiritual teams for the astrological sign of Aquarius. Give us these messages that will allow us to ascend further on our path for the year of 2020. I ask it. Well, first, I think that you chose me to be a vessel and allow me to give the messages to those that you need for the messages to be heard by. I thank you infinitely. I ask that you remove any blockages, opinions, biases, darknesses, anything that would affect this reading in a dark way. I ask that you bring the light and the love to us, and I ask that you just guide us with your messages. I thank you in advance for the abundance in the messages and the guidance that you will give. We love you and we thank you so much. I mean, and I say, listen, while I was shuffling, that hat came out, baby. Let's see what's going on. Okay, give me 5 cards, please. For those that will resonate with this message, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, what energy was being harnessed in 2019, currently, or even currently, or around them. 5 cards, please. For the Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Well, look at God. That's exactly 5 cards. Haven't happened yet. Okay, you got the 3 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, the 7 of Coins, the Page of Swords, and the 6 of Swords. Wow. So, give me a second. Okay. Okay. So, I feel like for the Aquarius is that this is going to resonate with the 7 of Coins here in the middle is sticking out to me. I feel like there has been so many tangible things in 2019 that you've produced. I feel like it's been heavy on you. I feel like there was or has been communication or information that has come through that was disappointing and that was hurtful. I feel like you searched for the information You found it. I feel like it was hurtful. It might have caused some quarrel. But I felt like that information was divine. I feel like whatever it was, it kind of freed you mentally. It kind of helped you to pinpoint where the problem is, or where the miscommunication is, or where the barrier is somehow. And I'm hearing that it started you anew. So like you experienced the new year before the new year, even though New Year is in spring, but whatever. We're not talking about all of that right now. Yeah, I felt like there was a lot, like a lot of, even though the hermit is not here, and I don't even want to say just introspection. Like, I just feel like you did some digging, you really found out some things, whether that be about yourself, about people outside of you. I feel like this year you really found out some things, and it may have really alleviated some burdens on you, some things that you, I feel like this is about tangible manifestation that was heavy, and it's like you found out something about it that help you maybe to pinpoint how not to make it so heavy, or how not to make it so much on you, or something like this. I hope it's making sense. Where the oh, I was about to say, where's the other cards? Yeah, so okay, so I'm feeling like in 2019 there was definitely some information found out that was disappointing, that might have caused some quarrels or some hardships, or some consistency in cycle, like something being like there's nothing new under the sun. Like maybe it's something like, let's say you were a teenage mom, and this is just an example. Let's say you were a teenage mom, you know, you worked very hard to, you know, get your degree, get your diploma and stuff like that, and make a good life for your children. And you know, you have this one child, and you gave her the world, you gave her everything, private schools and everything that you thought was right to do. And then you notice that she's acting strange, and you know, you start to snoop around a little bit, because she's not really telling you what's going on. And you start reading her diary, you're looking at her stuff or whatever, and you find out that she is in fact pregnant, and that she's going to repeat the cycle, even though you tried to stop that from happening with everything that you've done. And like you were very disappointed. Maybe it caused arguments. Maybe, you know, you even wanted to just get her out of your face and her family's house for a minute. Like, it just caused a lot to come up in you, and a lot to happen between the two of you. This is hypothetical, I'm just in a zone. And then you realize something happens, or you get some type of word from God. Maybe you go to church or something like that, and the preacher picks you out and prophesies over you and tells you that, you know, there's a child about to be born, and he's going to be like the second coming of Jesus, some shit. I don't know. You figure out that somehow it's divine. You know, it may not be what you wanted. It may not be what you thought. You worked so hard for this and that, and you didn't, you know what I'm saying? And then it brings you like some type of calm, because like, okay, it's not what I wanted. It's a change. It's different. It's the death of my dreams for my child, for my dreams of this cycle not repeating, but it's bigger than me. It's divine. You know, you get what I'm saying? So that was just an example, but like a situation like that, I hope I explained it good, because that's just a story they gave me. I did not, so give me a second. Jesus, can they talking today, Aquarius? Just want to shuffle the three. Good Lord. Can I shuffle the 3 times and knock? Can I do my shit the way I do my shit? Alright. Alright. 3 of Swords. Instead of 3 of Swords, what energy can we harness? Come the... Just one card, y'all. Aquas. What's really good? Talking. Okay. Got the Three of Swords, and you got the Two of Swords that came out in reverse. Okay. Eight of Swords to the Magician in the reverse. Again. Seven of Coins. Ain't nothing wrong with reversals either. Let me tell you that. It's nothing wrong. Sometimes, most times, it's exactly what we need, especially since Spirit is bringing it through. Okay. Seven of Coins to the Page of Wands. Page of Swords. From the Page of Swords to the Star. And from the Six of Swords to the Page of Cups. Maybe that story about a baby is really for somebody because with the Page of Cups here. All right, anyway. From the Three of Swords to the Two of Swords in reverse. So, okay, this is taking a step back, definitely, from the 3 to the 2. The 2 here is in reverse. So, I feel like this is talking about, number one, standing still. Okay? This place of disappointment, it's hurtful. Why? Kind of like, you know, why me? Why is this happening to me? Kind of like feeling. The Two of Swords in reverse. What am I getting from this card? So I'm hearing, take a step back and ask yourself, why is this disappointing to you? Whatever it is that happened. Ask yourself, why is it disappointing to you? Ask yourself if, in fact, you are disappointed because of unmet expectation. Like, basically something that was never promised to you to begin with. It's just like you may have wanted it, you may have thought about it, you may have thought that you planned right for it, had a good idea on it, but like something that was not ever kind of promised to you anyway. So it's like, it's almost like somebody coming up with a plan and then expecting, like coming up with a plan, having it all thought out, and then expecting other people to execute it. But it's like you can't control other people and what happens. So for me, this Two of Swords is kind of about like standing still, retracting, and really getting to the bottom of why this disappointed you. Getting to the bottom of like what communication, what thought went into it. What, like, you know what I'm saying? So you can really understand why I'm upset here. Maybe it's not really anything to be upset about. Maybe it's just understanding that, look, it didn't work out the way that I wanted, but it's still cool. Everything's still okay. Okay? The Eight of Swords here definitely talks about, for me, this always talks about quarreling and cycles and stuff like that. And so, you know, we don't usually argue by ourselves. So this might be people involved. So with the Magician here in the reverse, yeah, I feel like they really are asking you to take a step back, Aquarius, overall, with all of these cards, right? It's not that you don't have the ability to manifest things, but I feel like this might be things that are more involving other people, and I feel like you may be getting disappointed in 2019 because of your expectations for other people, what you want them to do. So I feel like in 2020, they're kind of asking you to just kind of sit back. Just sit back. You know, you don't have to necessarily maybe, you know, make everything happen, right? I'll turn that back around. Especially with the Seven of Coins here, it's probably pretty heavy on you in 2019 to do that. you know? So they're asking you to go from 7 of coins to Page of Wands. What's the Page of Wands? He's young, he's happy, he's youthful, he's optimistic. He has his little cat with his 9 lives, you know, which means that he don't have no fear. He don't have no all that heavy stuff on him, you know. It could be looked at as a childish energy, but it's kind of good to be in the Page of Wands energy when everything has just been so heavy, where you kind of just want to release. And, you know, the Page of Wands also brings in communication as well, about growth and prosperity, about a business situation. So maybe somebody's going to come in and help to relieve this, but maybe in order for that to happen, you need to be in this energy here, which is kind of just light. See, because this energy up top for 2019 is kind of like wanting to make things happen, having an idea and wanting things to fall into place and make things happen. But you know what? Life happens. So the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is the communicator, because Pages is about communication and the Swords is also about thoughts and communication. This is a lot of thoughts and communication, boy. A lot going on. Right? And with the Star card here being a major arcana, it's not too much going on. It's nighttime. The lights are, the stars are shining bright, and she's like pouring water out of pitchers into water. You know, she's naked. She's pure. You know. So I feel like this is just, again, kind of being still. You know, not, and just having this energy like everything's going to work out. Even here with the Page of Wands, you know what I mean? Just knowing, major arcana, the Star. This is great hope. This is great optimism. This is great knowing. Again, just like the Page of Wands. And so the Six of Swords here. So I feel like toward the end of whatever happened in 2019, it was like, okay, you were able to identify, you know, what maybe the problem was, what the highlight was. You see him pointing to the sword and the thing, and it's the only sword with a light on the bottom here that he's pointing at. It's like maybe you were able to identify through all of this what the issue was. Okay? And so after he got the Page of Cups in 2020, another page. So this is all very light energy. The Page of Cups, you know, this girl, she have no fear, and she's probably protected because of it. Again, with the Star card and the Page of Wands. She had that big wave coming. She ain't worried about it. She got her little fish in the cup. She's smiling. She's good. It's very innocent. It's very loving, you know? It could be an apology of some sort. It could be some type of message of love. It could be you being just loving and just open, and not so much, you know, in your mind, but more in your emotions, more in your optimism, more in your faith, more in your grace. Okay? So, up here in 2019, if this reading is resonating with you, you know, a lot of thought, a lot of disappointment, a lot of communication, a lot of understanding, a lot of, like, digging and you know what I'm saying? And identifying, and oh my God, it's a lot, because it seems like just a lot of planning, and maybe things weren't working out because your plans involve other people and shit. Sometimes people, you know? That's exhausting. So in 2020, it's just kind of, look, an instinct at the bottom of the deck. That's crown chakra. That's not looking back. That's just keeping on going forward. It's such a light energy, because people that are like that don't carry a lot of baggage with them, don't have a lot of expectation. They just go with the flow, and I think that's kind of what they're asking you to do in 2020. So let's see what chakras can get us from one to the other. So from the Three of Swords to the Two of Swords in reverse, we have the Victim card. See what I was telling you? It's a heart chakra card, and it's about, like I said with that Three of Swords, why are you upset? Why are you disappointed? Like, go really retracting and really understanding, like, is it just that my expectations weren't met? Did somebody really do something to me? And that doesn't mean that somebody didn't really do something to you, because this is a general reading. Everybody's shit is going to be different. But it's just really going back and really understanding what is the basis of it. Okay, so from the Eight of Swords to the Magician in the reverse. Oh, shit. Aquarius is, I'm telling you, it ain't really do this for nobody else reading. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, man. That's a lot of cards. From the Eight of Swords to the Magician in the reverse. And the Eight of Swords to the Magician in the reverse, please, for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. I'm sorry, Aquarius. I know you probably like take the fucking cards, but that's a lot of cards. And then you gotta remember afterwards, I'm putting the meditations for each card. Oh, insecurity. That did come out with the piles. So from Eight of Swords to the Magician card, you got insecurity. And guess what? I got my book. So I'm just gonna go right to that because I know I talk a lot. So it says, the greatest adversary is the one living inside of me. Do you understand? Do you understand with that Eight of Swords and that Magician? The greatest adversary is the one living inside of me. Yo, again, speak. Wait a minute. What the fuck? Wait. Because I think I'm getting y'all confused with the last reading that I did. Let me see. The Three of Swords, that's about disappointment, understanding why you're disappointed. The Eight of Swords, once again, I am getting quarrels. I am getting cycles. With the Magician in reverse, just is still insecurity. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm back. Like cook crack. Okay. So energy turned within can lead to fear and stagnation. Courage is necessary if you are to be fearless and move forward. This is a message to grow up inside into a greater energy and to invoke courage from angels, from the angels to progress. So again, right, this is still an energy of standing still because you're not going out there manifesting stuff, wowing people and owing people, because you need to get grounded within yourself. With that Eight of Swords here, maybe you're feeling away because of cycles, feeling incompetent. Like I said, damn, I'm all out the camera. Like I said, with the situation with the lady with the cycle repeating of teenage pregnancy, it's like maybe she somehow feels like a failure because of that. Maybe she hasn't dealt with how she felt, the embarrassment or the whatever, however people or circumstances made her feel when she was a teenage parent. So maybe she needs to get to the, you know, to the core of that. You feel what I'm saying? All right, so insecurity. That's root chakra. The Seven of Coins to the Page of Wands. The Seven of Coins to the Page of Wands. Thank you. Recovery. Told you, baby. Been doing too much. Been heavy for you in 2019. Where you going, it don't need all that. Where you going, I feel like telling you it's not about working hard. It's about working smart. With the recovery card here. It's not about working hard. It's about working smart. This Page of Wands, I said, could also bring messages of growth and prosperity, too. Oh, shit, now. Work could be getting the things you're doing less strenuous and more abundant, though. All right, Page of Swords. That's third eye chakra, by the way. Page of Swords. Oh, you mother... Aqua, baby, they talking to you. Aqua, if you got your own cards, pull them out, baby, because they talking. Page of Swords to the Star. You just gonna knock my whole shit over? Rude. Page of Swords to the Star. Aqua, I'm hearing like for you, it's a hard time to just sit back and kind of not be out there, not planning things, not delegating things, you know. Because I feel like for you, Aqua, you feel like from Page of Swords to the Star card is renewal. I feel like you feel like, listen, if everybody would just do it the way I'm telling them, the shit would turn out amazing. But it's like, Aqua, baby. Quest from the Six of Swords to the Page of Cups. Your journey is not everybody else's journey too, Aqua babies. Look, I'm not getting on you either, shit. I'm not. I'm just reading the cards. All right, so let's see what recovery, renewal, and quest says. So we'll do renewal because I was already on the page. Look at that. Renewal. So it says you are being offered a chance to awaken to a new life. You may need to deepen your roots and anchor yourself by taking stock of what you would like to create. This is the time to start again and grow a strong foundation. Again, you know what? The Star card is about that too. right? Because if you're hoping for something, then this is obviously something new. This is something bright. This is something, what is a star, right? It's fiery, it's beautiful, it's way up, it's shiny. You know, you want to catch one. It's like untouchable, inaccessible. Like, you know what I mean? It's new. It's just burning with so much fire and love. Okay, renewal. Okay, that's root chakra. Recovery, third eye chakra, we have lilac offers detachment as you allow yourself to see the big picture. What once may have been immaturity is now about growing into a partnership with spirit. Step back and allow the angels to bring healing to you. Step back. You on it. I'm telling you, I feel like that's your whole message for 2020 thus far. It seems like, okay, in Quest, which is throat chakra, and I really, yeah, this Quest is about throat chakra. And it says, Navy combines the blue of communication with the darkness of the unknown, allowing us to discover the truth. There's bravery here and an ability to face the truth head on, right? So it's like maybe you were identifying things and now you're a little bit like this. Like, all right, look, Aquas. I feel like basically what they're saying is for 2020, kind of take a step back. Take a step back. There's going to be disappointments and stuff like that, but I think that's partially because maybe you're controlling it a bit, you know, like just, and it's for the best. It's because you want for the best for everybody. There's nothing wrong with that. But you may need some healing for yourself. Maybe you're trying to plan around and make the best for everybody else, trying to recreate what you didn't make the best for yourself. But you can't, like, living vicariously through people doesn't often work well. It often puts more stress on you because you can't make choices for them. It's like, yeah, you doing this and I'm loving it. I'm living vicariously through you right now. But then you do something else that I hate. And it's just like, bitch, what's wrong with you? Guess what? It's their life. They can do what they want. Okay, Aquas. So anyway, I'm pulling up from these 4 things that I made. And basically, is what chakra can you work on? If y'all can't tell, I love the chakras. What chakra can you work on for 2020 to make it most beneficial for you? What aspect of your life will be highlighted more or less? What other zodiac sign can you learn something from in 2020? And the status of the chakra that you pull. I just want one to pop out. And I'll just take it. Yeah. Okay, we have awakening. This is an awakening, isn't it? We have spirituality. I told you, oh yes, Aqua, stay still and heal. That's what the title of your video is going to be. Stay still and heal. Your throat chakra, told you so much communication and thoughts going on. And I love spirit. The sign that you can learn something from is Aquarius, yourself, baby. Oh, I love y'all, Aquas. Aquas, heal in 2020. Be still and heal. Be with yourself. You can't live vicariously through others. Fuck that. Fuck them. You great. You the shit. Your life is the best. And if it ain't, you can make it that way. Just kind of sit still and heal. Oh, thank you, Aquas. I love you so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know if this video resonated with you. And I wish you the very best in 2020. I will see you guys next time. Bye, Aquas.